This video is to give an overview of the online version of the Sport Concussion Assessment Tool 3, also known as the SCAT3. The SCAT3 is a standardized tool for evaluating injured athletes for concussion and can be used in athletes aged from 13 years and older. The SCAT3 is the tool approved and published in the November 2012 Consensus Statement on Concussion in Sport from the 4th International Conference on Concussion and Sport. Here is the web address to go to the SCAT3. The website is free and secure. Let us go ahead and click on that and go to the SCAT3. Here we are on the first page of the Sport Concussion Library, and over here where I drew the squares, you can see SCAT2 and SCAT3. Let us go ahead and click on SCAT3. This is the first page dealing with the SCAT3. This first tab tells you what the SCAT3 is. This second tab is supposed to be the instructions for using the SCAT3. And this first statement that I drew the square around refers to tab 3 about the instructions. However, when we click on tab 3, all we have is what a concussion is. Later in this video, I will provide you with the written instructions on providing the SCAT3, as well as the website that you can go and download both the written form of the SCAT3 and the written instructions. Let us go down here and click on Begin Concussion Assessment. To enter into the SCAT3 area to do the evaluation, you need a username and password, which I already have. Let us go ahead and click Log In. The next page is where we will create an athlete's profile. I've already done that. So let's go ahead and click on this athlete. To create the profile, you put the athlete's personal information, name, date, examiner, school, background, whether they've had any concussions, when, the sport. And once you've done that, you'll come down here where it says SCAT3 evaluation, and you'll click on that. Let's go ahead and click on that. To begin the SCAT3 assessment, you need to determine which test type it is, baseline, post-injury, or post-season. For this to be used with athletes who have the possibility of sustaining a concussion, you want to do a baseline on all your athletes. So I have chosen baseline. You'd put the date of assessment and the time of assessment. Before conducting the SCAT3 evaluation, I recommend that you obtain the written instructions which will cover each of the 4 different sections, which will allow you to conduct the test with ease and not require you to toggle back and forth between the instructions that are contained, as you will see later within the website. Here is the web address to obtain the paper version of the SCAT3 as well as the written instructions on performing the test. This is the first section of the SCAT3 symptom evaluation. You click on the instructions. It takes you down to the bottom of the page. You click on symptom scale, and those are the written instructions. Then you'll have to toggle back up and perform the test. And each section is like that. That is why I've recommended to have the written instructions available. Section 2 is the cognitive assessment. Section 3 and 4 consists of the neck examination, balance examination, as well as a tandem gait evaluation and upper extremity coordination, and then finally back to the cognitive assessment. Once the test is completed, you'll have a baseline score, and each time you do the test, there will be a current score, which allows you to evaluate back to the baseline score. And before the athlete returns back to play, you want it even with the baseline score, and that is the SCAT3.